waiting for this mid pit.
Oh, they hear the Molly make physical contact with the CT player. Oh, and they deal with Hobbit on the swing. That's a big kill to have found, because now you know there's only one man left inside of B. It's Nafany, who cannot stand the test of time. And Gambit, they might just save right away here. You know, you've lost those 2B players. You don't catch anyone as they rotate into the bomb site. And Gambit, you know, even though they've been winning rounds and relatively cleanly at that, the few close ones that they have had has meant that, you know, the money isn't really established yet. So to keep things in good standing, to not give Team Spirit a direct avenue back into the game, it looks like they will just commit to this save.
Chopper's so methodical. He even had a lineup for that CT smoke that he threw while peeking it, right? Like, not over the roof, just looking into the wall and then running forward with the smoke. It's like how people throw mid nades in Mirage when they're smoked off in window to the top boxes. So methodical. And, you know, everyone else and their pugs, me included, we're going to eyeball that smoke, but that can leave it with...
He's always keen to try and take these early mid fights as well. A lot of freedom in knowing that that AWP isn't out on the other side. Once again, utility, and Nafany, while he does get checked, all the damage is dealt to Magix. There's his return though. Deals with that pest over in top mid. Team Spirit, I don't know how he's still alive.
Yeah.
They're doing every little trick in the book to try and nade him down.
I think he jumped ult, not into that corner, because if they knew he was in that corner, he would be dead. They've got the lineup, so I mean, they just threw the nade to the jump up on Apps. Would have killed him if he was anywhere near it. Now he is, but nades have been used. Only one Molotov left on Gambit. That is at least on the right side in the pit, could throw into the apartments. And even though Gambit are a man down, they've got the read once again, all too familiar with the a man hold on A. Double pit setup as well. 40 seconds, a flash comes in, Axel's blind, he drops the smoke, but Inters has his cover, has his control, and has pit on lockdown. 3 kills and the bomb loose as well. Inters is on one right now, and Spirit may have been a man up. They can barely get out of the house.
Ooh, Sumdai Young, man, you got 20 seconds. He needs to decide, does he stay or does he go? His double pit hold is quite the threat to deal with.
A better matchup, right? Like, you know, they're more than happy facing a team at their level. And Spirit probably would have preferred Na'Vi in this position, because we know how Na'Vi can be susceptible to those CIS teams. I mean, look at the quarterfinals yesterday. Right now, though, bit aggro for Nafany, finally taking some moves down middle, and it will cost Gambit quite heavily. Spirit was set towards B, and they that kill. Fake for Mia. Although I say fake, the bomb's coming. Will it be joining? It's a very early smoke considering their positions. It's going to telegraph the players. Shiro comes in on rotation.
He's here early and forced out by the Molotov. They deal with Hobbit, but the spray from Axel so close to getting away with absolute murder. In back through again, and Axel! So when you just weren't getting stagged miles, they've got no reason to be doubting themselves. It feels like they're destined to make these grand finals. And success just breeding more success as Inters does the impossible, stays alive for way longer than he should have been able to get away with. And that would put an end to their tournament run in Katowice. Desperate times calling for desperate measures. Out into top mid they go, but to their dismay, everyone is dead in an instant. It's just Dexter left alive. And while he has dealt with the first 2, there's still more where that came from. Inters, low HP at long, could offer up a kill. Shiro, long rotation up through mid. Dexter goes quiet, but only for a third man here. Oh, Sumdai Young with the flick. Will keep this B site belonging to Spirit. And so one man and one man alone has been able to put up a second round for them. But is that realistically enough? Look into the future of this game.
Pretty far-fetched no-scope there for Sumdai Young. Don't know how he hits Hobbit. Pure cerebral gameplay. Was not ready for that third man at all. But a round is a round, as you say, Harry. And I don't know, like, if you're Spirit, you just got to keep taking them as they come, right? You're not thinking about the CT side yet. You're just scrapping for 4 at the half on a map that you have been dancing on this tournament. It's not a good feeling. but 2 is something. 2 is better than 1, hey? So they doubled down and they got to do it once more. Still good money for Gambit as they save their weapons. Look at this no-scope. Bang. Yeah, a good fast B play. The difference there is it's not cool more in this T side, especially when Gambit are even peeking down mid for that info. They're again triple B. Nafany turned though from the flash, and Young eats a nade. There is a response for Hobbit, but Mia catches him dropping a Molotov, but it never leaves his hand, just drops on the ground instead. 4-on-3, Spirit with another man up. Know that there's likely to be a third man in play here, so as long as they can clear him out, they can win the round here and now.
Oh, they just missed the timing. Inter's swinging wide. Does he know about the man tucked in the corner? Oh, there's the swing, and Inter's is quick. No trade in sight for Dexter. He's a little late to the party, and while this has happened, Shiro even rotating into CT spawn. That bomb is still down at T-ramp. It's a Team Spirit. They've got options open. Do they want to keep up with this B offensive, or are they going to go back to A, anticipating the B stack? Chopper is making a bit of a play in through the apartments. He hasn't seen anybody yet. And even he bails out of this position. And Team Spirit start to lean back in towards B. Just Inters here. Gambit. Maybe for the first time yet, about to make one of these wrong reads, right? So often they've stacked the right site at the right time. But this time around, Team Spirit's silence, it's gifted them just a one-man hold in B. Smoke about to go down into CT spawn. Inters playing backside. 15 seconds. Time is running out for Team Spirit, and they still have to clear this man. The push is coming in. The molly forces Inters out into the open. And the bomb plant now coming in. Gambit might be relegated to a safe.
Was the bomb, right? Like, I'm sure. Oh, boy.
Now rotates, yeah, but Axal is about to get this info. And at this point, right, you see that top mid's clear. You see the apartments are empty. You're already anticipating that this is ending up in B, and you can see Shiro making his way around now. Hobbit getting risky with it, playing up close to the smoke. Re-smoke down, flashes are in, and Hobbit's off the angle. Molotov is going to do serious damage, and they're caught in the fire. The bomb goes in first, and that is a disaster. Nafany lining up even more utility just to punish Team Spirit. Another molly trying to get thrown in. Doesn't get cleared in time. Instead, Inter's boosted up and over, could deny the bomb plant, and there's that kill. A 4-on-3, bomb not down, and Shiro already here, already on location. It's all fallen apart for Spirit. It's all gone wrong. Just eggs. Pressure is now on more than ever, and at least Mir has something to start Team Spirit off the right way. Another kill coming through. Dexter's CZ getting more and more as he pushes in through the apartments. Just Nafany left at the end of the round, and he is...
Gambit are in no hurry. They are holding on to all this utility as they wait for Spirit to use theirs as well. Dex is starting to doubt it and has moved over to B to set up a flashbang. Might even send them aggressive here. They drop off of the boost. They look like they wanted to move, and maybe he's got a Coffin's flash lineup instead. That seems to be the case. So here they go. And this is big info here coming out for Spirit, but it might be all too little too late. Only 2 on the A site, 1 has already been traded. Young has to do it all.
Oh, could get caught with utility out. He at least keeps the short players away, but he's losing players by the second. This force buy now could pan out unless Young is able to stay alive. He can't. Dexter has got to do it all. A lot of damage done either which way, but
Is about to...
Oh, don't you dare. Quick switch magics instead. Head taken off. The A site cracked open by Gambit. And Team Spirit left with those 3 B-stacked players. That early rotation from Dexter. Now you're kicking yourself over it. It feels like Gambit to make this happen. Gambit are looking to emerge the victors. Flashes traded at Banana. They've got a man trapped, and they're quick to try and capitalize. But in the smoke, they meet face to face. And Inters has opened up a B play. The danger of this round swept aside by that smoke push from Inters, who's got 3 in the round, all 3 that have been found for Gambit. And they just grind to a halt again. Team Spirit, where are we going to go? That's the question they're posing right now.
It's like Spirit can do no right. They rotate because they lose 3 B players. Gambit go A, like, you think you have them. You think you know what's going on. And at least Spirit now do, right? They've pushed through. They've cleared this position. There's a gun for Magics, but it's all too late. Gambit, if Gambit go B, I'm going to cry. Surely they just wrap this A side. Like, this would be the most insulting way to close a 15th. So no, yeah, they stick around. They wrap A and they've cleared it mostly out. They still don't know it's fully empty. They're being flanked as well. Spirit actually have a really good timing for this play, but it's, you know, you can't lean against Gambit with a man up in a position like this. Hobbit's about to see everything, flicking back, and there's the kill. The
streak to make this comeback happen. Gambit, credit to them, never even given Team Spirit the room to move. So at least Chopper has started this round off in a good way. Spirit still clearly feeling the pressure in spite of going a man up early on. They early rotate a fourth man around to A, attempting to outmaneuver Gambit, but that is a dangerous game to play, as we have seen time and time again.
Yeah, how long do you hold this before you start doubting yourself, right? Not long, apparently. Spirit are already sending Amir back to the B bomb site. Chopper has a smoke. Could throw that in right here, right now. Third rotate as well for Spirit. They're really giving it everything, but it's contact for Gambit. They go right through. Chopper drops the smoke. They don't care, but maybe they should have. No CT smoke down, and a two-man hold to spray Gambit out of the round. They say that. Mir, no traces with the silencer, but Axel still hears the shots, and he fires back through. Now Gambit go quiet. 40 seconds. Can they get Spirit to rotate out? Will they just commit? Axel has walked in with his back to the spawn, and he has a mega flank that might just shut down this semi-final.
Oh, this could be the deciding play right now. Oh, the turnaround from Sumdai Young. While all this is happening, by the way, the bomb is back in the apartments on the back of Hobbit. Shiro alone in pressuring B, trying to draw rotations, but Spirit have not fallen for it. They haven't. Now they're falling for it. Hobbit does spot one man back inside. At least need to trade evenly here. And Magic's spotting these players getting out through long, now calls for these rotations back. He nails the first shot and the follow-up as well. And this double pit hold is showing its value now more than ever as they just play off of one another. Axel coming in late, 15 seconds, time becoming a problem. And it's Shiro left up in the clutch. He tries to run for the hills. He tries to get away, but with this bottom mid flank,
Axel's going to flash these players into the pit. Magix might get blinded here, although he's looking very much into the wall. Will this work out for him? All he needs to do is hold mouse 1.
Oh, now that he's swung a little wider, this flash could prove devastating. Instead, he dodges it, but he's only good for one. Sumdai Young and Mir should have this one.
Therefore avoided a stack.
Oh, they try to go through this smoke, but Chopper is keeping a watchful eye on it. Double up coming through. Hobbit, in the meantime, makes his presence known in the boiler, and he has dealt with Dexter. Forces the rotation from Mir around to this A bomb site, but they're keeping it under control right now. Shiro and Hobbit still here, still looking to put up a fight. And Sumdai Young's got to spread his attention between the apartments and short. Magix is now smoked off as well. And Shiro follows up with the shot. This could be the round that puts an end to Spirit's run. Mir's gone through the smoke. Shiro gets cornered. And now it's all left onto Hobbit up in the apartments. A 1v2, the bomb ticking away. And Team Spirit, they don't know where he is. They cannot seem to find Hobbit, who's just tucked himself in to the Hobbit hole. The bomb not really planted for him. He's got to swing wide on the balcony, but with Chopper going on this flank, he is given a temporary 1v1. This flank needs to come in, and Hobbit dropping down. There will be enough time with all the kits dropped. It's very, very close, and it's not as comfortable as Team Spirit would have liked, but it's still an 8th thing to lose and everything to gain. May as well run them down with the pistols. The trades are good. The utility's even better, though, right? You stop Gambit flooding through that choke point with the mollies, and now you smoke off their next available option over here in top mid. Team Spirit, credit to them, right, for remaining this resilient, for not being broken mentally up against this scoreline, and still following like every precaution you can. Gambit are out in top middle now, and Team Spirit having to keep this defense divided. Magix was not able to get anything done from the pit in that last round. Now we need him to. He spots the short players. He calls for these rotations. Temporarily, the attention off of apartments, but he flicks back up onto it. And so it is just Inters left alive. They swing him at the end. Give this kill over, because if he does, Gambit, they could spill into the A bomb site. So he's lucky to stay alive there. Getting that info that Hobbit was in the apartments triggers a rotation away from B, and now Gambit have their eyes set on this banana control. Chopper flashed off the angle. You need him to deliver here. So the utility keeps Team Spirit at bay for the time being.
Very methodical for Gambit though, right? Like clearing out everything they can. Not seen that lineup, but I imagine it's a top car smoke. Yep. Hobbit missed his earlier, but that one is far better. Gambit, they've got to concede for the time being. Triple B for Spirit, putting the AWP here as well. That has, in essence, been Spirit's undoing in rounds, right? Over-rotating, whereas Gambit had the perfect reads. Flash in, and they regain this control.
If you hear that flash, you know that that means that re-aggression has come in towards the top of Banana, and Mia makes the presence known. Chopper holding that angle alongside Mia is good for one, but the trade is through for Shiro. And Gambit, do they look to accelerate this? Do they look to pick up the pace now? Hobbit has left those apartments, so the B play is coming in. Mia, back of the site, needs to just buy time, needs to just stay alive, and he does even more than that, in with a lot of damage and a kill as well, dropping the bomb out in the open. Gambit, this round, looking to slip away from them. Shiro holding on to Banana, but is very quickly the last man alive. And he's getting surrounded. He's pincered in and just wants to stay alive with the AWP.
We see the effect that that has. Gambit can't do anything about it. Oh, great deke for Hobbit. That's a gun gifted. Can Dexter get it out of there? Does he even want to risk swapping weapons and getting caught? No. Sticks around with the smoke instead. And drops into the pit with the AWP. He's at least on the A site for a change. Mir on and off angle, catches one. Second won't clear him, and Mir calls for support. It comes in the form of some Young. One by one, Gambit are falling. 15-4, now 15-11, unless Hobbit has something up his sleeve.
Do the impossible. Lots of utility used at Banana. This definitely gives away this triple stack for Spirit. So I wonder if Gambit try to use this to their advantage, try and get something accomplished over here at the A-bomb site. 3 Molotovs were throwing down the Banana. So you know that this triple hold was there.
Ugh, get out of there. Spirit will take it instead. The AWP on the boost as well. I've been waiting for this. Dexter's not really had a lot to do in this CT side. Like, he's often been getting avoided or is in the triple B play, and his team are able to do it as he flashes them in. But this time he's on the half wall, and even if Chopper stays or goes, Dexter can lock down B. B is not the worry though. Gambit are walking up short right now, and Spirit have no idea. Sundial with a spot, Magic's with a swing, and now it's up to the short players who can't win a fight either. Magic's with 3, and Sundial is drawing them in as Magic's not B hold, and he's been damn good at it as well. Young can swing when Near makes contact, and there he does. Young off for support, but he sees nothing, and now it's the apps pop. Now it's the drop into the pit. Magic's ding, but he doesn't.
Left and right throughout this event. You weren't expecting Spirit to roll over and die so easily. They're not looking to do so. The Reapers come knocking, and Spirit's there to greet them with a smile at the door. Slow control over towards the apartments while the rest of Gambit sit back at ramp, this time not looking to get churned up by this Banana utility.
This is a good smoke for Hobbit though. It's a lurk smoke. It's going to keep Magic's attention, especially if things are looking to end B as they are right now for Gambit. They've got a clear Chopper, but as long as Magic's is drawn away and not able to rotate, ooh, it's not a good smoke. That falls a little bit deeper. Usually you can't get this kind of angle. That's a one-way for Magic's, if anything. So he can confirm that this is not a commitment. They're still trying to get up B.
This is a ballsy position for Chopper, right? You mentioned how no one really hangs close on these corners. That's the reason why. Chopper is now cancelled out of the round, and so Spirit, they go a man down. This is the best chance, the best lead that Gambit have had in a long, long while. So the pressure now really mounting for the rest of Team Spirit. Dexter, if there ever was a time to show up the way that he has in so many of these Spirit series, it would be at a time like this. Hobbit blindsiding Magic's. Now the options even open to go back, but instead they bolster the B hold, they double down on the cool, and they deal with everybody. Some Die Young throwing into a 1v4 to try and keep that dream burning. And right now, Gambit are nowhere to be found. No peaks offered up. Re-smoke down in CT. They're looking to keep it neat and take it over the line. Team spirit, they tried so hard, but in the end, Giro is there to carry Gambit along to the grand finals. My, oh my, they get it done in 2, flawless through the playoffs, and now into the final. It's Gambit, CIS